Hello everybody and welcome to episode number 14 of Trying Tottenham. As you can see by the title, we are going to make our first in-form signing of this episode. It's actually going to be the first in-form Vertonghen that we actually managed to pick up pretty cheap. We don't get the cheapest on the market because the one we actually purchased has 70 contracts, so we're not going to have to worry about contracts at all with this guy. But the way this is going to work with the in-form is I'm going to buy an in-form. I think it is every episode, so this is going to be the only signing for this episode, which does make it a little bit shorter than the rest, but it's going to be filled with the same amount of action as the rest of the games that have occurred already in this series, but we're going to swap them right out. I'm going to leave right here so you can see really quickly the stat difference between the 81 Vertonghen and the 82 Vertonghen. Really, he only gets +1 pace, and his defending and heading is what goes up the most, which tends to happen with a defender, and I think he got this in form after scoring. I can't really remember when he got this in form. I'll probably have to look it up later, but this was his first in form. He's got another one, and he's got a team of the season, and we go into the first game of this episode, and it's against a team called Barca that is a 3-5-2 Serie A, and I guess you'd call it a French team, and he's got the transfer Boni and the Runacone up top at striker. And as you can see here, we start off very early on. We're in the second minute right now. Before we put it to pass the ball to the foe, puts it into the far netting in the third minute to put us up 1-0. A perfect way to start off this episode. And we always love to start these games off getting those early goals in. As you can see here, we can cut back with Aaron Lennon before we set it up for Moussa Dembele. Moussa Dembele puts that away in the 12th minute with his left foot for our second goal of this episode. And when you play against a 3-5-2 and a 4-3-3, the thing you really have to work on is incorporating your wingers into the game, which I'm assuming most of you already know by now, but we do end up scoring the third goal of this game, and that's actually how this game is going to finish. As you can see right there, John Vertonghen actually puts in a man of the match performance in his first game for the squad, and it's definitely something we're going to look forward to and hope that he does in the upcoming games. But right there, you saw that we have 3 wins and 1 loss in Division 1, and we're definitely going to be aiming to win the title with this team. But we go straight into another game because we're only making one signing right now, which is the in-form Vertonghen, basically so that we don't end this series too quickly, because I am looking to not really drag this out, but I'm looking to play many games with this team. And we come up against our second team in this episode, and it's pretty much a Brazilian Bundesliga side, and it's yet another 3-5-2 that we have to come up against. And in the 41st minute, we put Gareth Bale through with a lovely ball from Paulinho, and Gareth Bale puts it under the arm of Weidenfeller. Was his goalie Adler or Weidenfeller? I can't really rewind, but you can let me know. I'm pretty sure it was Adler who he has in goal, but we start off pretty well, 1-0, before we get another ball to Gareth Bale, and Gareth Bale is actually going to smash this into the opposite corner of the net for his second goal of the game in the 45th minute, and that is actually how this game is going to end. We defended pretty well, he defended pretty well, but in the end we managed to get the 2 goals we needed to get the victory, which is a very good sign for us. It's our second victory of this episode, and so far we are on a what would you call it? We haven't lost yet, since we've put that in-form Vertonghen into our defense. And Vertonghen has some incredible stats when he starts getting his later informs, and we're definitely going to be looking forward to him solidifying our defense, because as I've mentioned in previous episodes, we do tend to concede quite a few goals, which is something that I'm going to be looking to change. But we go into the last game of this episode, and we've got Chadley and Andros Townsend up front, so obviously we're going to lack a little bit of pace, which is why we put Jermaine Defoe in, because he does have 84 pace, so we're going to be looking for him to make the difference for us. And Andros Townsend is by no means slow, but he is a silver and doesn't really have the stats that other gold players have. But we come up against the third 3-5-2 side, and this is a Serie A side with Lavezzi thrown in there at right mid. But in the 3rd minute, very early on, Andros Townsend takes a shot that hits off the post and manages to go into the back of the net. And that was with his right foot, and he's only got a 3-star weak foot, so we were pretty fortunate that that ended up going into the back of the net. But we make a mistake here. I was trying to get us a goal with Vertonghen, and this guy just clears the ball upfield, and Di Natale absolutely destroys Kabul for pace, and he manages to keep the ball in. As you can see, I pulled out my keeper, but what I wanted to do was pull out my keeper towards the attacker he had in the box. I'm really hoping that they can do something about that in FIFA 14, that you control where you want your goalkeeper to go, but because of that, we ended up conceding and we ended up tying the game 1-1, and that is unfortunately how this episode is going to end. If you guys happen to like the video, I really hope that you subscribe and actually put a like on the video, but other than that, I will see you guys next time.